Title: Xi's Nostalgia Trip. Why's Henry Kissinger getting VIP love in China? TLDR, Xi Jinping and Henry Kissinger share a throwback moment, taking us to a time of warmer US-China relations. While the world observes, Xi pulls the nostalgia card. But what's really at play? While many of us are still busy binge-watching old TV series or dusting off vinyl records for that touch of nostalgia, Xi Jinping decided to level up the game. Enter Henry Kissinger, the 100-year-old former US Secretary of State and, apparently, China's longtime buddy. Remember when you opened that old high school yearbook and couldn't help but remember the good times? Xi had a similar moment at the Diaoyutai State Guesthouse. It was like a reunion, considering this was the exact place Kissinger first visited back in 1971. And boy, he's been loyal, with more than a century of visits. Flashback to 1971, Kissinger was the first high-ranking US official to visit communist China. Think about it. Before the viral TikToks, before memes were even a thing, this man was already making moves, setting the stage for Nixon's big trip in '72. For years, the US and China were like those BFFs you envied, inseparable, with their economies all intertwined. But lately, they've been acting like they unfollowed each other on Instagram. So, what's changed? Is Kissinger's surprise drop by Xi's way of saying, "Hey, remember when we were cool?" Xi seemed to think so, giving major props to Kissinger for being an old-school peacemaker. The big question now is, are they both just playing the nostalgia card, or is there a deeper play here? While we're busy decoding Xi's gestures, here's another twist. The guy who's currently part of the US administration, Kerry, also visited Beijing recently. But guess who didn't score a meeting with Xi? Yep, Kerry. Ouch. Kissinger's visit wasn't the only throwback happening. The setting of their catch-up, a cozy tea table, was starkly different from the boss at the head table setup Xi had with Blinken in June. The message? Xi knows how to set the mood, and the optics matter. In recent months, Xi seems to be focusing more on unofficial meets and greets. Case in point, last month's hangout with none other than Mr. Bill Gates. The old friend vibes were strong, with Xi even claiming Gates was the first American friend he's seen this year. Strategy or genuine catch-ups? The underlying narrative? Xi seems to be sending some signals to the world. The kind of signals that make you wonder, is he picking favorites? The ones willing to be pro-China advocates? Associate Professor Alfred Wu weighs in, mentioning how Xi's recent meets are strategically designed. Xi's meeting with Duterte, the former Philippine president, and the praise he showered, further adds layers to this intriguing storyline. With all these moves and meetings, one thing's for sure, China's got game when it comes to shaping narratives. But, here's the million-dollar question, what's the endgame here? So, as we sip our tea and think of all the nostalgic moments we've had, maybe we should ponder on this. Is this the start of a renewed bromance between nations or just a walk down memory lane?